Hello guys, it's me again. So today I wanted to do a quick tabletop, and I know it's not going to be quick, but I'm going to try. We've got a lot of information to give to you, and you may have to stop and rewind and all to understand some of, or to really catch some of the things I'm going to say, because this little handgun we're going to review today, we're going to talk about, has a lot of features. It's got a lot of features. Some you may like, some you may not. So let's get to it. If you were to go out today, there's 4 manufacturers that make a very small, sub 20 ounce, high capacity 9mm handgun. And when I say high capacity, I mean 12, 13, 14 in a gun the size of a Smith & Wesson Shield. And some smaller. Everybody knows the SIG P365. You know, Smith & Wesson's come out with a Shield Plus, which is 13+1 in an extended mag, and I think 10+1 in a flush fit. The 365, I think it's 10+1, and then you have to buy the mag separate for whatever length you might want. And then Ruger has a Max 9, which is, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but I want to say it's 10+1 in the flush and 12+1 in the extended mag. The slide has been milled on it for a red dot. Out of the 4, 2 of those have been milled from a red dot for a red dot at the factory. That is the Ruger Max 9, and you can get the Springfield Hellcat. It's called the Hellcat OSP, and that's what we have here. It's milled from the factory for a red dot. But the only thing different is it comes with night sights. It comes with, we'll talk about it, they've got tritium front sight with a luminescent ring with, you know, the tritium insert in the sight, and the back sight's just got a white U notch. But now it's a very robust sight. If you're like me, I like the back sight to be blacked out. So you can just take a Sharpie, hit that little line, that little white line, and you got a blacked out back sight. The Hellcat comes with 2 magazines. Pardon me, I've tried to put everything back in the box, let you see how I got it, but I wasn't about to unload these magazines. They're new and they're stiff. So they're loaded. It's 11+1 flush fit. Now it comes with a pinky, with this little pinky extender, but it also has a flush fit base plate, so you can do it however you like. This doesn't add any rounds, but I like the little pinky extension. Or you can go flush with either or magazine, but this one is the 13+1. Well, 13, you know, +1 on it with all of them, actually. You know, if you want to carry that +1 in, you know, figure that into your round count, that's fine. But with this magazine and +1, you have 14 rounds in a handgun. Let me see, I can tell you, it's 18.3 ounces with the flush fit magazine. It's 18.6 with the extended magazine. It comes in this neat little Springfield case inside of a cardboard box, which is fairly nice. You got your lock and all your paperwork and all your regular stuff. The gun has been safety checked. This is the, I don't know about colors. I think this is the FDE color, whatever, it's the colored frame. There's that back sight. You can actually, you can see that front sight from here, but you can actually just blacken that out with a Sharpie if you'd like, which I may wind up doing. And the front sight, actually, last night I watched it. It glowed all night long when we went to bed. It was glowing this morning. Very easy. It's about the size of an XS Big Dot. Not quite, but it's bigger than a standard Glock. So, you know, a little dot front sight. Notice something else about this little gun. It has a flat-faced trigger. I don't have a trigger scale. I've got to get one. I think they claim a 5.25, 5.5 pound trigger. I'd have to look it up. But it's got the trigger safety. It's got the little blade that has to be engaged. Gun will not fire unless you engage this blade. And then it's very, very short. It has a very nice factory trigger. And I've got to get a tripod too, or a camera. And the reset, see if I can show you. Click. Now watch how far it goes to shoot, to fire around. It's instant. It's a 2-stage trigger. You've got a little bit of take up, very little take up, and then you're against the wall. You notice the gun has this little knob. It's a travel stop. Bang, it breaks. It's like glass. So anyway, the gun has a 3-inch cold hammer forged barrel. It comes with front and rear serrations. There's nothing to write home about. They get the job done, but actually they're kind of anemic, but they work. You know, it's already milled for an OSP, I mean, for a red dot. The OSP stands for optical sighted pistol. Okay, magazine release is reversible. It has a rail on this little gun. The gun is 6 inches overall from front to back. Let's see how wide she is. At the trigger, the widest part of the gun at the frame just over the trigger is 1.055. The gun is, I want to say it's 5 inches tall. I can't remember. But the gun, no, it's 4.060 inches tall without a magazine. Of course, flush fitted, ain't gonna, you know, advance it any of the extended mag is 1/2 inch longer than the flush fit and carries 2 more rounds. So, and it feels good. Let's see. We'll just go to slide over in front of the chamber here and just see. It's 0.814. So, you know, most of it's under an inch. The widest part of the frame right here, is just over an inch. Okay. It's got a recessed, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's deep. There ain't no way you can file that serial number. It's a recessed serial number plate, similar to a Glock, but it's a lot deeper. What else? It's got a loaded chamber indicator that I like. I don't care about the blades that stick up really. If I can choose, I'll choose this hole every time. You can look down in there and you can actually see, you know, the brass or the silver, aluminum, whatever. The only drawback to that is at night you cannot feel it. The blade type that I don't like, you can actually feel if it's loaded. Okay. What else? Adaptive grip texture. Now, I don't know if you buy into that or not, but if you look it up, what it is instead of it being inset, this is a polymer frame, of course. Instead of it being inset, it's raised. It's got little raised triangles, and they put them all in just the right spots. I mean, it's patented from Springfield. I don't know if I like it or not. I may wrap it up in a, I may wind up wrapping it in a Talon grip. That just depends. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time behind the trigger on it yet because it's very hard to get, and I got it about a week and a half ago, and I just lucked up and found it. The pistol was made by a company called HS Products in Croatia. Okay, it's shipped to the United States and sold under the Springfield name. It's a Springfield. All their guns are done the same way. So, like it or not, you know, Springfield's been putting out weapons a long time. Their polymer guns, for sure. I don't know about their metal, but I know their polymer's been coming from Croatia for a long time. So, you know, do with that whatever you will. I'm not going to fault the company for trying to save money. You know, they can do that. The metal finish on this handgun, on the black one, I ain't sure if it's a Cerakote or not, but on the black one would be melanite, what they call melanite. It's a striker-fired handgun. It has no manual safety. The barrel is 1 in 10 twist, if that means anything to any of y'all. with a 3-inch barrel, I could carry if it was a 1 in 16-inch twist. It ain't gonna make no difference in a 3-inch barrel to me. Not enough. I'm not gonna be shooting 50 yards trying to stabilize, you know, ultra light or ultra heavy bullets. I'm gonna shoot. My preference for 9mm is a 124 grain jacketed hollow points. I'll shoot the 148s or whatever that is, but I don't like them. I like the 124s. So rated twist don't really impress me at all, but some people it does. I love the way these magazines are made. The followers, I'm not going to unload them because they're a pain in the rear to reload. So have a reloader. If you don't have one, you're going to have your hands full reloading these magazines to start with. But what I've come to realize, a standard Glock reloader does quite well. It's just a Glock 26 reloader that I had. Does a good job. Warranty, you know, warranties, I think it's a 5-year parts labor warranty. All that's in here. I haven't cared to look at it. I'm not gonna worry about it. You have to call in an activator to do it online. You know, just all your regular stuff. You know, the owner's manual, warranty cards, and such. I don't really know what else to say about it. I will tell you this. When I first got it, and I always fire my weapons to verify that they're going to run, that they're going to shoot with the ammo that I'm carrying. I always try to carry a magazine full of hollow points and a magazine full of FMJs. And that's a whole nother video, but there's times and places you may be to where, and you ain't gonna believe this, but it's a fact. An attacker may have on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, an undershirt, a big old coat, and all this. There's times in certain angles and distances that a 9mm, after going through all that, or any round, may go through that the hollow points, and it may fill. The cavity will fill up with the material. Therefore, it won't open. Or either it may not actually get through the chest bone after all that to cause significant damage. So in that scenario, you know, I carry a magazine full of FMJs. I'm gonna get through them clothes if I have to swap magazines. Or, you know, he may be sitting in the car firing at you and your wife. I'm gonna get through that door. I'm gonna get through that window if I have to drop the magazine and put in the FMJs. He gonna have a hole in him, one way or the other. Preferably 2 or 3. But anyway, the trigger group, I have not taken it apart. Well, I've taken it apart clean, but I hadn't took the trigger group out. It's supposed to be coated with boron. I don't know. I hadn't looked into boron. I've heard it's like a nickel finish to help with the smoothness of the trigger. I know the gun's got an excellent trigger right out of the box, so that may be so. The sights, this pistol was shooting 8 inches to the left when I got it. And you could look at the front here. And you see this, see if I can get it. You see that little square right here in the black? Okay, I could look at that square being right in the center of this handgun. I don't know if you can see it good or not. Yeah. And this U was way over, out of the way. I forget, it was one side or the other. I had to turn the gun around to know which one. But anyway, long story short, I had to push my sight to get it back using this as a reference and then verify it, and that was it. But with it like it is, at 15 yards, if you were shooting center mass, you'd have hit the man, and you know, if you were shooting here, you'd have hit here. So always verify your guns. That's something they could have took a little more time with. You know, instead of just saying the gun will fire, let's make sure that it'll hit what we're shooting at. So, a sub 20 ounce, 14 round handgun. Go figure. Love that trigger. What else? if ever in any of these videos you guys want to know something, I can't think of everything. If you've got some specific question about a gun that I'm showing or whatever, leave a comment. And if you know, if I missed it, I'll comment the answer to your question with it best of my knowledge. This handgun wasn't the cheapest handgun in the world on it, and I'll be honest with you. Out of the 4 big ones that I just named with the high capacity, Ruger was the cheapest, and it still wasn't cheap. It was like $4.99. Okay. See, it was Ruger. The Smith Plus was it was $5.29, I want to say. And they actually had a SIG 365 on sale that day for $5.29. I come this close to buying it. It's the same gun as this. Same gun, same size. You know, it's just, in theory, they're the same gun. They're not literally the same gun. You know, total different manufacturers. But if you held them up, you wouldn't know the difference. I wouldn't care. It ain't enough difference to care. The SIG was on sale, and this gun, they had a black one, and then they had this colored one. And with it being cut, they charged me only $30 extra for this cut and $30 for the color. Now, Glock, I'm a Glock fan, and y'all know it. I carried a 26. If you get a color, you can add $100. If it ain't black, add $100. I had checked on having this done to my Glock. It was $250. And you had to sign a waiver saying if they cracked your slide, it wasn't their problem. This is done from the factory, and if the slide cracks, it belongs to Springfield. So, this gun was $629. I'm ashamed to say that, but then again, I'm not. I mean, I've got a 14 round 9mm that weighs, with the extended mag, weighs 18.6 ounces plus the weight of the ammo. So figure another 2 ounces. You know, sub 20 ounce handgun with high capacity. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. As soon as we can get, I've got ammo, but I'm gonna keep my ammo. I would love to be able to get out like some of the YouTubers do and open a video with me banging away at targets and just, you know, shooting it to jaybirds and squirrel nests and all this. Right now, you're giving $1 a round for 9mm FMJs. If you can find them. That's the kick. If you can get them. All hollow points have been reserved, or anywhere that I buy these, you know, the supply houses, they've been reserved for law enforcement and first responders and military. So about all you can get is FMJs, and they're $1 a round. So I guess I could get out and bust a couple of 100 rounds off to show you that the gun fires good and where it hits and all this. And I may do that because I want to get some more range time behind it. I want to get some more trigger time with it anyway. You know, I'll be sure to video that. But for right now, I hope this will do you. It's still too early in the game for me to say whether I made the right decision out of the 4 or not. I'm a Glock man. Okay, I just say it. Striker fired pistol. There's a reason it's called Glock Perfection. Will this gun stand up? Will it compare? I hope so, but I honestly, right now, I'm skeptical. But, I mean, you know, it's a brand new gun. It's just been out. It hadn't had time to develop its issues yet, and they hadn't had time to fix them. But we'll see. We'll see. I fired a couple of mags through it to check the sights and all, no problems. But I can't give you a couple of 100 round review yet because I hadn't done that. But anyway, we'll get to that. And we're going to start back shooting a little bit, even at $1 a round. So, if this video's helped you, you know what to do. Do all the things that you do. Pray for each other. Stay healthy, stay safe, and God bless you. Thank you.